Solving equations with fractions. In this clip, we are going to be looking at solving equations which contain fractions again. However, you will see that the fractions in this clip are slightly different from the previous clip. Let's have a look at this example. In this example, the fraction has two terms in the top, 4x and a minus 3. Now don't forget, in the fraction, this line means divide. We are going to continue using our balancing method as shown in previous clips. So the first thing I will do is I will draw this line down the middle. Then I want to get rid of the divide by 5. To do that, we will undo that operation by timesing both sides by 5. So timesing 4x minus 3 divided by 5, you will get 4x minus 3. And then on the right hand side, x minus 2 times by 5, I times this term by 5 to give me 5x, and this term by 5 to give me minus 10. I could have done the times by 5 in stages like this. So times by 5, so 5 multiplied by all of x minus 2, and then I could have multiplied out the brackets. So 5 times x, then 5 times minus 2, which will give me 5x minus 10. So now let's look to see which side has the least amount of x's. This side here. So I want to get rid of the 4x, and to do that I will subtract 4x. And whatever I do to the left hand side, I will do to the right hand side. So subtracting minus 4x from both sides will give me minus 3 on the left hand side and x minus 10 on the right. The last step, I want to get rid of the number on the side of the remaining x term, which is minus 10. So to do that, I will add 10. And by adding 10 to both sides, that will leave me with 7 equals x, or I can say it as x equals 7. So here we have another example. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line down the middle. Then to get rid of the divide by 2, I'm going to times both sides by 2. So timesing this by 2, I'm left with just 6x plus 1. And then 2x plus 3 times 2 is 2 brackets. Don't forget brackets means multiply by 2x plus 3. Now, as mentioned in the last example, instead of going from this stage to this stage, I could go straight from here and times each of these terms by 2 and get 4x plus 6. Now I need to see which side has got the least amount of x's, so that's the right hand side. So I will get rid of the 4x by subtracting 4x from both sides. So that's minus 4x from the right hand side and also from the left hand side. So 6x minus 4x and 4x minus 4x will leave me with 2x and the 1 on the left hand side, and then just the 6 on the right hand side, as these two will cancel out. So now I'm going to get rid of the number on the side with the remaining x's. So I'm going to get rid of the plus 1, and to do that I will subtract 1 from both sides, which will give me 2x on the left hand side, and 6 minus 1 is 5. And the last step is I will divide the left hand side by 2, and I will divide the right hand side by 2. So that will give me x equals 2.5. As you can see in this example, we have the fraction on the right hand side. So the first thing we will do is we will draw a line down the middle. So I want to get rid of the divide by 3. So to do that, I will undo that operation and I will times by 3. So I times the right hand side by 3 and the left hand side by 3. So I times the 3x by 3, which is 9x, and the minus 2 by 3, which is minus 6. And then on the right hand side, I will be left with just the 5x plus 2, as the times by 3 and the divide by 3 cancel out. So this is what we have. So next I will look to see which side has the least amount of x's, which is the right hand side, and I will subtract 5x from both sides. So that will leave me with 4x minus 6 on the left hand side and just the 2 on the right hand side. Now I want to get rid of the minus 6 on the left hand side, so I will add 6 to both sides. And that will leave me with 4x on the left hand side and 8 on the right. And then my final step is I will divide the 4x by 4. So my final answer is x equals 2. Now it's your turn to answer some questions. Pause the video and try these. How did you get on? Here are the answers. If you answered any incorrectly, have a look back through the video and then have another go.